Hey guys, Cinema Sick this here. I'm just quickly recording this on my iPhone. I didn't feel like getting out my camera and doing everything with the lights and whatnot. I just figured I'd just film this really quickly because I'm just talking to you guys about something I'm pretty upset about, and that is my new beta player, the one I picked up on Saturday, the one that was working perfectly, had no issues, is not working now. As you guys know, last week I bought a broken Betamax player. I didn't test it out. I bought it off some guy on Craigslist and didn't test it. Got home, it didn't work. I was pretty upset about that, but it was only $25, so it wasn't okay. I mean, not that I want to lose $25, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. This weekend, however, I went out and bought a $75 Betamax player off a guy on Craigslist. I didn't really want to pay that much, but Betamax players do go for a little bit of money. They're not cheap. I mean, unless you can find one at a garage sale or yard sale or flea market or something like that. Somebody who's selling it who doesn't really know what they have. You can get one cheap that way. But if you're looking to buy one off like eBay or somebody who knows that they have a Betamax player and what they're worth, you're going to be paying a little bit for one. So I figured, you know what, whatever. I really want to have a Betamax player. I'm going to shell out the $75. I knew it worked. The guy said it worked perfectly. He's never had an issue with it. When we got to his house, I tested it out. It worked fine. Got home, plugged it up. Just as I was moving some stuff around and rearranging my electronics, I had a tape playing just to make sure it was running well. It was, and then later on, I ended up actually watching Hot Dog the movie. I watched the full movie all the way through, and it played perfectly. No issues whatsoever. It seemed to be working just great, as good as I could expect the Betamax player to be working. Well, today I decided to watch another Betamax movie. I was going to watch something else and put the tape in, and it's a front loader, so it's just like a VCR. When you put a tape in a VCR, it starts to take take the tape in itself. It started to do that, and all of a sudden just stopped. The tape went like halfway in and just stopped. I had no idea what was going on. Kind of freaked out for a second. I'm looking around. I couldn't figure out what the problem was. The lights in front of the VCR, they turned off as well. The clock still comes on. The on and off power, it still gets power. That comes on. The little light comes on. All the analog buttons, like you have all the analog channels, they turn on as well. But that's like one side of the VCR. The other side is the actual tape player, and it's not the actual tape funk player is not actually working, and none of the buttons on the VCR are lighting up either. So that whole side of the player is not getting power now. And I did look it up. I decided to go online and see maybe if there was a way to fix it or what the issue could be. And a few sites basically said the same thing, that most likely if one side of your player is coming on, your lights are all like lighting up and stuff, but everything on the VCR side is not lighting up. It probably has to do something with the power, something. I think this is something like blue and like a circuit blue or something like that. And now, I don't know. So something about it's not getting the power now it needs. That's something blue, and that's not working. Or it could be something within like the actual like circuits themselves. Something in there isn't working either. And if that happens, apparently it's not a do-it-yourself fix. It actually would need a professional to fix the Betamax player, and I'm not paying somebody, a ridiculous amount of money to fix my Betamax player, because it's not going to be cheap. The parts aren't made anymore for those things. Plus, just to diagnose what's wrong with it in the first place, I mean, they're going to charge you like $100 to do that. So I'm not paying that much money. I mean, I can hold off. I'll wait till I find a Betamax player for cheap or something. But I'm not paying all that money to get it fixed. So yeah. So I've basically in the last week, I've wasted $100 on two Betamax players. I now have two busted Betamax players sitting in my bedroom on the floor that are just, I guess they're just paperweights now, or doorstops or whatever. Very, very expensive doorstops now. So I'm definitely not too happy about that. I was really excited to have my Betamax player. I'm so happy the other day when I watched a movie on it. It was great. The picture quality looked, pretty good. It was awesome. I was very happy to have one. I love it. I love the wood paneling on it. It was great to have a Betamax player, but now I do not have one, which just really bums me out. Especially the fact that I spent $75 on it. I mean, if I would have spent like another $25 on this one, yeah, I would have been pissed. But again, it wouldn't have been so bad. It's just the fact that I spent as much as I did on it, and now it's not working. But like I said, at least I did test it out. At least when I bought it, it was working. I don't blame the guy who sold it to me. It was working when he sold it to me. It's my luck that I have the thing for 2 days and it blows a circuit or something like that, and now it's not working. So I don't blame him. He sold it to me, in working condition. It just happened to crap out in the 2 days that I have it, which just, that is just my luck. So here's the new plan of attack is now, I'm not going to actively necessarily hunt out another Betamax player. I'm not going to, pay another $75 or $50, something like that for another Betamax player. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is just hold off, go to yard sales this summer, flea markets, pawn shops, thrift stores, all that stuff like normal. In fact, this year I really plan on going to a lot of flea markets. I want to do a lot of flea marketing this year, and hopefully a lot of yard selling too. So the plan is to hold off and see if I can find one for really cheap. My limit's going to be like $20 now. If I can find another one for $20, even without testing it, I'll probably still pick it up and just hope it works. That's the plan, to try to find one for $20 or find as many as I can for $20. I mean, if I come across a bunch this summer, that would be awesome. Although I don't see Betamax players too often, so I'm not sure how many, if any, I'll come across this summer at all. But I guess I'm not really in any dire need to have them. Probably, I guess, 98% of the movies I have on Betamax I do own on DVD or VHS or Laserdisc or something like that. I'm trying to think. I think there's only maybe two movies I have that I don't have on DVD. But that's, they're movies I can get for a decent price. So I might just pick them up soon on DVD just to have a copy of those, since I can't watch them on Betamax. So yeah, I'm really bummed out. I'm so pissed that I bought a working Betamax player, and within 2 days of having it, it crapped out on me. I just can't believe that happened. I was so pissed. I took the whole thing apart, started looking around inside, hoping that maybe it was something stupid like a belt was broken or something. I checked the belts; they were fine. They're working perfectly. It's again, like I said, I looked up what happened online. Apparently, it's just not getting power now, or something on the circuit blew or something like that. So I am out of luck with that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna keep them though. I like the look of them. Just for collecting purposes, sort of, which is kind of weird, so they don't work. But hopefully, when I move out of the condo and I get a house, I'm hoping, I want to have a movie room, obviously. Maybe there's some way in the movie room I can just display them on a shelf, or just to have them looking nice, because they are pretty cool looking, just for conversation pieces. So maybe I'll just hold on to them and somehow display them someday, maybe like in a cabinet or like a glass cabinet or something. I don't know, something cool like that. So I will be holding on to them. I don't think I'm going to sell them for parts or anything. I don't think anybody's going to want to buy them for parts anyway. But yeah, so that's just me ranting about how I'm really pissed off that my Betamax player is not working now. So now I have no Betamax player now. Very upset about that. But I guess on a bright note, today I was actually looking through. I have this big container of electronics, all kinds of wires and old remotes and just things like that. Any like old electronics I have, I just throw in this bin. And I'm looking through there for actually a remote for my DVD player, because right now I have my DVD player, the one in the bedroom, that's hooked up to my standard definition TV. I have that. I work it with like a universal remote for the TV, but I thought, I don't want to do that because it's kind of a pain to use it. Like the switch through, like when you go to a menu screen, it's a pain to use the universal remote, because you have to actually hit like the 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons instead of there being like an actual arrow buttons or anything like that. So I wanted to get the remote out and get that back up and working, because it's just so much more easier to use. And when I was doing that, I came across a universal remote. And I don't know if I've ever used it. I don't know where this remote came from. I don't recognize it. Maybe I got it from my parents' house by accident when I moved and just threw it in there. I'm not sure, but it was a universal remote, had the all the codes and the instructions of how to program it, like rubber band to it. So I'm looking through it, and I get to the back, and I see a bunch of codes for Laserdisc players. I was like, wow, like I didn't expect to see that. I thought, it had VCR, DVD. I thought, okay, yeah, obviously. But apparently it had Laserdisc. Has the it works with Laserdisc too. Had all the codes for Laserdisc. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So I went to my room, and sure enough, now my Laserdisc player has a remote, which is awesome because I do have three Laserdisc players, and none of them have remotes, which seems to be a pretty common thing. Every time I come across Laserdisc players or somebody selling one, uh, 75% of the time it's without a remote. I don't know why people lose their remotes, but apparently they do. So I'm happy now because I set up one of my Laserdisc players to have a remote now, which is awesome. I can like fast forward and stuff without having to get up and hit all the buttons on the actual player itself. So that is very cool. I was very happy about that. So I guess if I want to say silver lining of today, that would be it. That my Laserdisc player now has a remote, but definitely bummed out about the Betamax player. That's just I'm gonna be pretty upset about that for the next few days because I don't know. I really want my Betamax player. I love watching my Betamax tapes, even though, like I said, even though I have most of them on Laserdisc or DVD or VHS or even Blu-ray, I still like just popping in a Betamax tape and watching that. But can't do that now. So I am like I said, I'm not like gonna be hunting them in the sense that I'm gonna be paying an arm and a leg for a Betamax player, but I'll be looking for them this summer. Hopefully, coming across one at a flea market or yard sale or pawn shop or thrift store, something like that. I hope that's the plan. So just want to give you the news, let you know that another Betamax player has crapped out on me. I do not have a Betamax player. I'm just shit out of luck for that. So that's it. Just wanted to do a little bit of ranting. So I guess I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.